Hey, what up, Long Beach? Welcome back to the 562.org. It's Mike.
And Tyler, and this high school football video is brought to you by the fine folks down at Naples Rib Company.
Veterans Memorial Stadium, Long Beach Poly hosting Tustin. And boy, do those Jackrabbits need a win over Tust, Tyler. Starting off the season 0-2, they need their first win.
A little Roba Tustin trying to take on the Rabbits here at the Vet. Mike, let's get straight to the action.
Tustin strikes first as Aiden Edwards is going to find Hayden Cool. Be cool, bro.
Be cool.
35-yard touchdown on the opening drive. Very much not cool. And Tustin is going to take a 7-0 lead just that quick. Nervous time for Poly because their defense had really been the only thing going for the team in those first two games. Offense goes 3 and out here. Definitely not the business. Kind of looking like what your worry would have been coming into this game for Poly.
Yeah, and Elijah Robinson, a real hard runner for the Tillers. Jackrabbits, not much of an answer for Robinson in the first half as he piled up 48 rushing yards in that stretch.
Absolutely. Very hard runner. Tustin would go up 14-0 on this 33-yard strike from Edwards to Koo.
What? They're loving the Koo.
Edwards definitely loving the Koo as he finds his favorite receiver for a second touchdown to take a 14-0 lead. For Poly's offense, Jefferson's going to float that one a bit. Zion Anderson does not bring it in, and that's the wrong 6. Brandon Hampton says if you pick it, you got to 6 it. Fortunately for Poly, he doesn't.
Yeah, he tried to get to the Hamptons with that one, but hit traffic in Midtown. And look at big Jeremiah Williams running downfield. Deuce for Tustin. For the Jackrabbits, that's like trying to tackle the entire PAC. Yeah. I just don't think you could do it. That dude's a freaking house into the end zone.
Listed at 6'2", 303, defensive tackle / running back. That makes it 21-0 Tustin midway through the second quarter. And at this point,
10 minutes later,
something changes, and you could point to a lot of different turning points in this game. This would definitely be one of them. The junior, Kasim Shepard, with the interception to end a late push by Tustin. If they score there, they go up 28-0 into halftime. That would have been a really tough spot for Poly to be in. Instead, Jackrabbits get the ball back. Deuce Jefferson from his own end zone calmly getting it to Zion Anderson, giving the ball to his receivers in a spot that allows them to run after catch, which is so critical to their offense. And then look at this, Tyler. 3rd and short. They're going for the tush push, but Jefferson pushes his own tush through the pile.
And then he gets some help. I think it's a Tustin Thrustin right here as he's going to move the pile for some valuable yards. And Poly is on the move. Then Jefferson over the top to Jaden Coley. Drops it in the bucket for a big gain as he's fighting for more yardage deep into Tustin territory. You see the clock under a minute. Poly desperate to get on the scoreboard at this point before halftime.
Really, really needed to. And Jefferson, a great throw and catch right there. Then he finds Jaden Hernandez, his senior tight end. That is going to make it 21-7 with 21 seconds left in the first half. That was one of the most needed touchdowns you can imagine. I don't know the last time I saw the student section at Poly going this crazy for a first half touchdown, but you felt the release of the tension. That's their first touchdown in a game and a half at Vets.
Right, absolutely. And then the running game started to get going with Harry Johnson. This sets up a 4th down, and the Jackrabbits going to go through the air to get this one as Jefferson is going to swing it out to his running back.
This is how Poly started the second half. They received the ball to start the second half, scored at the end of the first half, want to go make a statement to start the second half. That's exactly what they do. Jefferson to Jaden Coley from 16 yards out, and that now makes it a 1-score game as they would convert the extra point to make it 21-14 Tustin after the first drive in the second half. So very quickly, Poly from looking like it might be 28-0 to suddenly it's a 1-score game with a lot of time left.
Absolutely. Momentum wearing green and gold. And if you're looking for a stand by the Poly defense, unfortunately, this was not it. Edwards hits Rufier Aziz, and he's going to get Randy up the sidelines. He's going to take it for a touchdown that's going to put Tustin back up by 2 scores. So another big play for the visitors to kind of reclaim that momentum in the second half.
For sure. And then, however, due to a penalty, they end up going for 2. Poly stops it. So very significantly, it's 27-14 Tustin midway through the third. And once again, it's Harry Johnson. Let's be honest, it's a memorable name. You're going to remember the name, Harold Johnson. Running downfield for Poly, really found his running style in this game. Straight ahead, running through the face of the defender. That sets up another. You get the Thunder, now you get the Lightning. Jefferson to the sophomore Zion Anderson, a 46-yard touchdown. Sophomores got offers from schools like Miami. He is legit as a 10th grader. That cuts the lead to 27-21 Tustin midway through the third quarter.
Yeah, he wears 6 for a reason because that's what he wants to go get every time he touches the football. And an emotional play here, Mike, that changed the game.
Little Buddha Hunter makes a tackle on that big running back. Got hurt. You saw the whole team lined up to salute him littlest guy out there on the defense for going out and bringing down the biggest guy on the offense. From that point on, you actually really saw a renewed physicality from the Poly defense. Only gave up 3 rushing yards in the second half to the starting running back. Jaden Hernandez stops Robinson short here to force a field goal attempt, and it's a double thumb. The Cal commit Deion Jackson with the scoop and the good return to midfield for the Jackrabbits. So the momentum definitely, like you said, wearing green and gold, but momentum doesn't mean anything when you're still down by 6 points. Now they've got to find a way to try and cash it in.
Right, those have got to turn into points. Stuff breaking Poly's way, though. A bad snap, and it's Jaden Hernandez changing the plan as he's going to take this one for a first down to help flip field position, which would prove to be important.
Very important, because then on this miscue by the special teams the other way allows Legend Galae to tackle the punter deep in Tustin territory. Poly would get the ball back right on the doorstep, and we thought that this was going to be the moment the game changed. This should be the game-tying touchdown as Jefferson finds the Georgia commit Dante Wright Jr. I mean, the referee says he caught it, but he landed out of bounds. I don't have the best shot of it. Thankfully, our guy John Napoleon with All In Press has a wonderful shot we're going to cut to right here to show you the Georgia commit Dante Wright Jr. I would say it's a touchdown, Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we don't do this to, dunk on any missed calls or whatever, but obviously that's good on Sunday. So shout out to Tay for making the play. It leads to a field goal try, which doinks off the upright. So instead of Poly with the go-ahead touchdown, they get no points, which is tough.
And they're still down by 6, and it just felt like things were tipping back Tustin's way here. Edwards, a really nice, tough play to extend that, and then throw it across his body down the sideline. They get the conversion, and especially the way Robinson started to chew up some yardage here, you just kind of felt like the Poly defense needed a play. Galae happy to supply that play as he gets a stop right there for a tackle for a loss. As I said, increased pressure, and then Toa Cagnolati, the Uso Paisano, with the stop. Tyler, Poly's going to get the ball back down 6 with 3:28 left in this game. Now, it's 4th and 2 at midfield. They identify the blitzer. Jefferson sees him. They know that they're going to have to get the ball out quick. That has not been the best thing that they've done this year, but it was the best thing they did tonight. Jefferson makes the read, makes the throw, and Jaden Coley takes it 54 yards for the game-tying touchdown with 2:14 left.
You got to guard that kid. Was he invisible? He must have been the Coley ghost, Mike. They completely left him alone, and Jefferson made the read, delivered a perfect ball, and Coley did the rest. However, Mike, they need the extra point to take the lead. All they've done right now is tie the game.
Absolutely, but they did need the extra point. Jonas Mendoza drills it, an absolute no-doubter. He did pimp the celebration on the XP a little bit.
Go get it.
Big shout out to Deuce Jefferson, 4 touchdown passes in this comeback for the Jackrabbits. Tustin, though, going for the win. They get flagged here for an ineligible man downfield, thanks to the 5-star Juju Johnson telling his coach, "Coach, ineligible man downfield."
You can always help, even if you're not playing. Toa Tamasoa with a huge play here to put Tustin in a hole. It's 3rd and long, and at this point, they're kind of having to resort to just 4 verts like Hail Mary mode, as Edwards is going to heave this one up and finds Devon Benavente for the completion through contact. So a nice play on that sideline, and now it starts to get nervous time for the Poly defense. Can't let anything through right now.
No, so they're stuffing the run in the red zone, but you can say they're one play away from retaking the lead. This felt like it could have been an interception on 2nd and long. He's throwing it into essentially triple coverage. It goes up. There's 3 green jerseys around that ball, but I think they end up kind of competing with each other for it, and it falls on the turf. So we go to 3rd and 15. Game still on the line. Tension very high as you see Edwards. He knows where he's going. He didn't mean to go to Zion Anderson, and if you pick it, in this situation, you probably got to sensibly lay down on the turf and take the dub. But he tries to 6 it. You have to understand that. It does not quite make it all the way to the other end zone. But Poly will go into victory formation, and it's hard to imagine a team enjoying a non-league win over Tustin as much as Poly enjoyed this 28-27 win over the Tillers. They are enjoying it a lot. A big sigh of relief for Justin Utupo after his first win. A lot of pressure when you start 0-2 at Poly on the players and the coaches, and they will really enjoy this one, take next week off, and then move on to road games at Jordan and Lakewood after that to open more league play.
Yeah, you could hear that celebration for Poly all around the city. They definitely needed to come away with that win. Congratulations to the Jackrabbits. If you want coverage of them and all other sports in Long Beach, you're already in the right spot, 562.org.